What's going on, guys? Turn this on. All right. So what's up, peoples? There we go. We got we're live. So how you guys doing? Been getting a little bit of hate lately, boys. People want to love you when you're hot and hate you when you're not. Nature of the game. Oh, man. So I had a good time at the Wizards game last night. Maybe too good a time. And I watched Bradley Beal just ruin me. All right, so basically, what the story was, and the reason why I didn't want to say anything, is someone that I know, apparently, I didn't know this until yesterday, but somebody I know lives near where Mr. Beal lives. And he had just said something that to me, you ever heard the expression women weaken legs? And that's all I'll say. He had said something to me that led me to believe that perhaps he had partaken perhaps in the, you know, and that makes for weak legs. So that was my bad, but that's how I read the situation. So how's everybody doing? How did the things I said that did pan out? Did they work out? Anybody win anything? Hello, hello. Is anybody watching? Where my people's at? All right, I'm on. I might just be on for you, Jimmy. And we got two people on here. I said I wasn't gonna talk me out of Noah. Hey, Michelle, I'm happy to see you. Just out of curiosity, because I don't know how people are notified. Are you getting the link from my Twitter, or is it the DFS Masters page? Because I'm just trying to figure out what's the best method of getting people here. Did you watch me? Did you watch me too? I didn't get drunk, but I had a couple. I had a couple cocktails. You know what I mean? Yeah, last night was rough. I don't know if you guys were here, but I said that Twitter for you. How about you, Michelle? And then I'll see if I can talk you out of Noah. Let's go to the basketball monster. I don't want to talk you out of Noah, but he's got to start. Miritich is doubtful. What? Tell me why you like Noah, and then I'll figure out if I can talk you out of Noah. Tell me why you like Noah. Not a lot of people on here today. I guess it's because I said I wasn't going. You like Dang? Dang's not a bad play. He's not currently on my radar. I thought about it. So I caught a lot of heat yesterday for telling people to fade Beal and everything. And basically, I'm going to say this again. I guess I'm just going to say it to the four of you. I wish there were more of you here because the four of you that are here probably already understand this, which is why you've come back. But it, I want to say this correctly. Uh, I put my teams together to try to win tournaments, and when I lose, you guys will lose too if you just blindly follow my advice. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't blindly follow my advice. If you're here because you need help, I feel like I will be right more often than you are. If you're a pretty successful player and you're just looking to come here to get a different line of thinking, then don't take my plays as law. It's I come up with a scenario, and much like anybody else, like when I listen to the pros, if someone is giving good advice and they're hitting good players, boom, 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 I'll listen to them. If they go cold, just like a sports team, people are streaky, I'll fade them and I'll go someplace else. What I'm saying is that coming here should always be useful because you either agree with my line of thinking or you don't. And if I'm like I was a week ago, hot, 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 you take my plays, you win some money. If now I go cold, 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 you still come in, you listen to what I say and go, this guy's ice cold, let's get off him. So you use me based on how it is I'm doing. And right now, currently I'm losing. I lost 1,100 yesterday. Um, I had one lineup with Beal that made back. I had out 1,800. I got back 7, so I lost 11. The day before that, I lost 18. So in the last 2 days, I'm down 29. I'm almost down 3 grand. But those are the swings. Just know that for the most part, I'm always getting it worse than you guys as far as an actual number. Not to say that, I don't want to sound arrogant. Like I'm not saying if $20 is a big number for you, like oh $20 is a big number. I mean, if that's what you play and that's what you can risk, then it's the same. It's important. So I'm not devaluing your loss of $20 or $50 or whatever. I'm just saying that I lose thousands when I'm wrong. So to try to make me feel bad, no one's gonna feel better than me, and I take it pretty well. Even before I won all the money, you know, I was 37 grand in before I finally hit. Once everything started to click and I started to understand the game a little better and everything. So, well, 30 grand, 37 grand for the season. And I had a terrible MLB. The majority of that was MLB. The minute I got into NBA, I started hitting. But it takes time. Because Taj is fat. Taj is fat. I like the fact that sometimes you or others open my eyes to someone who I may have previously overlooked. And that's what I'm here to do, man. That's what I'm here to do. All right, so getting back to Michelle. Let me open up my DraftKings here. Open up a contest. Okay, so you were asking me about Noah. Noah, I'm starting Gasol tonight. I mean, Noah's going to get extra run, but I think that Gasol is just going to annihilate. There's no Jefferson. He just had a good game. Derrick Rose isn't shooting the ball well. Jimmy Butler's a good play, but I think it's going to be between Butler and Powell, and with everyone else at the on that team for the majority of the shots and the majority of the usage in the offense. So if you're looking to go cheap at center and you want to go cheap backup, you can go Noah, but it's not something that I would do. I mean, you've only got to get, I guess, 20 out of Noah. But when I think about the upside that's at center tonight, you got Gasol, who I think could go for 45 or 50. You got Hassan Whiteside, who's a block machine. Even on a shit night, he'll get you 30, 35. Monroe's always a threat for a double-double no matter who he's playing. I mean, the weakest centers are DeAndre and Howard, in my opinion, because of the opposition. But DeAndre will probably get a little bit more looks under the basket, too, as a result of the fact that Chris Paul is going to be out. So it's... If I paid down at center, I've gone to Myers Leonard, and I'm hoping that he can keep up his run. But so all this logic is how I talk you off of Noah. if you want to be talked off. No. Is there really no one watching right now? Everyone's gone. It says no one is watching, and I'm talking to no one. So yeah, there's no point in me doing this on the weekends because no one's here. So I'll just talk on Twitter. Oh, are you still there, Michelle? I mean, at this point, or we are still here. How many people does it say are watching? It says there's no one's watching. I'm looking at it, it says no one's watching, which doesn't make any sense. Mhm. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, Crawford should get run. I've got him in some of my lineups. So I'll run through. I mean, I guess people are watching. I wish I could see it. I can't see it. All right. So the people that I've gone with pretty heavily today is I've got LeBron everywhere. I've got Nicholson everywhere. Once again, he's been strong for me at that low price point. I'm going to continue to ride him. I've got Pau Gasol in 2 out of my 4 lineups. So I'm just gonna let you guys know I've got 4 lineups. That way I can use percentages as opposed to saying I got 2 out of 4 and this and that. So I got 4 lineups going tonight. I have LeBron in all 4 of them. I have Nicholson in all 4 of them. I've got Dwayne Wade in 75%. I've got Aaron Aflalo, who's been playing well lately. I've got him in 50% of my lineups. I've got one lineup with J.R. Smith. I've got one lineup with Efred Payton. I've got 3 lineups with Gasol. I'm rocking 50% exposure to Myers Leonard, 50% exposure to Crawford, 75% exposure to Crawford. I've got one share of J.R. Smith, one share of Vucevic, and I've got 75% exposure to Michael Carter Williams, which I think is a mistake in the lower buy tournaments, but because I'm playing a high dollar tournament, all that run that he's going to get at 5,100, you got to think he can pay his price point off. But I think it's advantageous to go away from him as a result of the fact that everyone's going to be on him, and he's not very good. And I've got some Trevor Ariza, if I didn't mention that. So those are my guys. All right, let's see what questions we got here. No Stucky, not currently. I'm just not sure about Stucky. When a player has a really good game out of nowhere, I don't know. I just don't like it. Utah plays so slow, and they play the guards so well. They just play that position so well. Especially point guard, shooting guard. They're a little soft. They're a little softer, but they really lock down those people. I mean, I saw them lock down Steph Curry. I saw them lock him down, and yeah, he had a great third quarter, but he's Steph Curry. Anyone else I think continues to put up those shots. I mean, Neto sucks. He's terrible, but he's not an awful defender, and neither is even when they shift in their second team. Burke, he's not the greatest defender I've ever seen, in my opinion, but they're all quick. It's hard to get around them. So that's why I'm not looking at Stucky. But maybe I will. Maybe I'll stucky it up. What the stuck? Let's see if we got Twitter questions here. Twitter. Nothing on Twitter. Well, it looks like nobody's. Rondo has a good matchup, but you aren't on him. I'm not on him. No, I'm not on Rondo. It seems like you and I are the only one talking, Michelle. We should go. We should go on Skype, and you and I should just converse and build our lineups together. Because it's really just you and I talking, and there's 6 people watching. So if no one's watching, I just as soon have a more in-depth conversation with one person and talk through it. I like your insights a lot, Michelle. Someone, so I feel like going gay tonight. Who's with me? That's just on the DFS Masters page. I'm down for some gay love with some cousins. Oh, I started a thing. I'm gonna like that. It's not gay if you take him out before the tip. This has nothing to do with me. This isn't like on my link. People probably research same time. Yeah, but ordinarily they're here now. I'm telling you, the weekends. I don't know if it's because I said I wouldn't be here, so people aren't. But I don't think that people like my show enough, where people are like setting their clocks by. I got something to do at 5. I got to go listen to this Italian asshole at 5. I don't think that's happening. So I think maybe it's just people aren't really paying attention to it on the weekends. So uh, so Michelle, do you want to go? You want to talk? You want to talk, and I can get because I can give one person, the attention and really go through my lineups and stuff. I just can't do it for the masses. But I'm definitely gonna jump off here because no one's here. But I will see you guys Monday. I'm definitely not gonna do a show tomorrow because I can imagine Sunday. Well, yeah, I'm not, but someone asked me to, so I guess that is part of it. So I'm not gonna be anymore. This is official. This 6-person turnout is official. Official that I will not be doing this on the weekends. You have a lot of Harden. Well, you can only pick one. I feel like it's either you got to go LeBron or Harden, and I went LeBron. But I'm thinking about maybe like fading myself on some level because I've been a little cold right now. I didn't think anyone was waiting on it, Ben. You don't have LeBron because of the back-to-back. I just he's going to Miami, man. I'm big on narratives, so I've got LeBron and Wade, and hopefully they'll trade back and forth. Maybe post your best cheap plays. Okay. People that I like cheap, I like Jamal Crawford if he ends up starting. I like Aaron Aflalo. He's been getting it lately. I love Andrew Nicholson. Until he burns me, I love this guy every night. I think he's good for 20 points every night, and he's only 3,900. Who else do I like? Yeah, those are all my cheapies. Michael Carter Williams, I'm gonna go ahead and get in line with everybody else because of the whole minutes thing. But he's really bad. But at that price, I mean, and Myers Leonard is my other cheapie. Oh, excuse me, guys. Bark Troop here. Barks has bite. What site do you use for starting lineups? I wait. I wait. Roto Grinders though. Roto Grinders usually has the most up to date stuff, and then I get the lineup updates too, and I get an email from Roto Grinders that tells me. Core of Lillard, Kawhi, Melo, Favors, and Blake. Anyone you don't like? No, I like them all. And tonight, look, I have a really hard time getting off. If LeBron wasn't playing in Miami, against his old team and that whole thing, everyone gets amped up for that game. I wouldn't be playing LeBron. I'd actually be fading all the high dollar guys. And the reason I don't like Harden is Harden can do anything, but I've got to look for reasons either to play him or not to play him. So when Dwight Howard's not playing, I like playing him because I feel like he's going to get more run. Now, sometimes, a lot of times, when Dwight Howard isn't, he still gets a lot of run and takes a lot of shots. But the thing is a lot of the time, Harden likes to go to the hoop. That's where he gets all of his, his foul shots and everything. When he goes, he's less likely, I've noticed, to go to the hoop when Dwight's in because of the fact that Dwight doesn't really move around. He doesn't stretch the floor at all. He just kind of plunks himself down low. And now two big dudes are standing there pretty much constantly. So it makes it a little harder for him to go to the hoop. So that's why don't I don't ever put him in when Dwight is, unless he's by far, if he's the only $10,000 guy and the next guy is like $9,000 and then everyone below that, then I'll put him in. But I just I don't like to play, not tonight. Small forward. My small forward tonight is LeBron. I mean it's LeBron. It's LeBron all the way down the line. And then where I've pivoted. I mean, I haven't pivoted, but in my forward spots, I have a lot of Ariza. You have a lot of Ariza. I hate Harden tonight because of Dwight. Yeah, and that's my feeling about him. Anytime Dwight's in, I don't like playing him. Now, there's been plenty of times where he'll go for all kinds of points when Dwight's in, but I'd rather not. I need to wash this hat. This is my lucky hat. And I've had it for like, I don't know, 3 years. And this area is here. It's like dirt. I don't even know what it is. I went out in this hat last night, just like this. And I don't care. It's my lucky hat. Didn't work out last night. I watched Beal go batshit. Ugh. Gotta try to do something with this mane. Oh, it's too much hair for a person to have. It's not a good look, but it's become a part of me. Guys? Porzingis tonight. I love Porzingis every night, but I can't go there tonight because Blake Griffin's got to take a lot of shots. I had a lot of Blake Griffin at one point, but then I realized I have two pieces of thought about Blake Griffin, right? So Blake Griffin is going to get the lion's share of the shots, but they're going to try to defend against that. Now, if Blake Griffin was currently shooting as hot as he was shooting, like a week ago, which he's not having terrible games, but he's been getting a few less boards. His shots have been looking a little off. He's not taking any three balls, like at all. So this is a spot where with no Chris Paul to contend with, I mean, what is Austin Rivers going to do if they move him to the point guard? So, and Redick being out, you now got another shooter that stretches the floor a little bit who's not there. I feel like they can afford to key in a little more on Blake Griffin and try to shut him down. And if they're successful at it, he'll have a bad game. If they're quasi-successful at it, he won't have that huge game that you would like him to have. So my game script for this is they shut him down. I mean, I had a exposure to him everywhere, and then I took him out and I went, you know what? They're going to shut him down. So if they shut him down, then Crawford's going to get more baskets. Austin Rivers becomes a little more, playable. I'm not saying play Austin Rivers, but he becomes a little more playable. So that's why I've kind of come away from Griffin. DK should send you some hats for helping community. Try him. Stucky, a good play with Ellis out. Is Ellis officially out now? Is that... He's still questionable. That's what I'm saying. If Ellis is out, then yes, I like Stuckey because Stuckey will launch up shots and he'll be playing with the first team. But if Ellis isn't out, then no. So that'll be like a last minute move that I'll play as it gets closer to game time. Yes on Stuckey if Ellis is out, but it says Ellis is still questionable. Porzingis. I like Porzingis every night. I just don't have him tonight. But I like Porzingis every night. But I want to save. I want to save with Nicholson because Nicholson is playing. I want him. Melo, Batum, or Gay? No Melo. So Melo's out. Batum, Gay, Hayward. Between those three, I agree with Michelle. I'd go with Batum. Because Gay, it's just once again, Rondo might be feeling his oats after getting suspended, or not suspended, getting ejected, and wants to come back in and have a good game. Blah 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 blah. Batum's got to get a couple more shots filtered his way, and he's been taking more shots with Jefferson out. Kemba's shot seems off. So if Kemba's shot is off again, then Batum's got to pick up that slack. Hayward's a good play. Gay, once again, Cousins and too many mouths to feed. So yeah, Batum in that grouping. I don't have any Batum though. Which is I'm talking about this. I'm thinking I need some Batum. Yeah, dude, but I guess you could pivot from James to. If you don't want James, then that's your pivot. If you want to take James out, you put Batum in. But that just doesn't make my team any better now when I get to the guard spot because I'm looking at, I'm going to start Kemba Walker. I guess I'm going to start Wiggins, but I'm not starting Walker. He burned me. I'm going to let him be shitty a couple more games, and then I'm going to fire away at him. I like Omri Cassidy a little bit tonight. Just a little bit. We got questions about Rondo. If Rondo comes out, and Seth Curry becomes an interesting value play. So, stop with the Noah. I want off him. When did I say Noah? Oh, Ben. I hate to be the only one asking, but is center a pump play or pay up night? Any thoughts on Noah? At center, I've got Myers Leonard, and I've got Pau Gasol. So, Kawhi or LeBron? LeBron. Any kind of a revenge game or someone going back home. It's just the Miami, Cleveland, storyline. It just always makes for. As a matter of fact, is that the nationally televised game? That's something else I got to look at. These guys love to show up when the whole world can watch them shine. So let me see what that's on tonight. We might have football in a lot of places. They might even have Saturday basketball. I don't know. Let's check the listing. Is there a basketball game Saturday nights, guys? That's like a national televised game. Yeah, Kawhi against Milwaukee is juicy, but I just don't. Against Boston is juicy, but I don't. Boston has a surprisingly good defense, guys, and I feel like there's been a lot of times I've rostered people against Boston, and it's just been bad news for me. Point guard, Michael Carter Williams, Damian Lillard. Those are the two that I'm actually starting at point guard. I also like Efford Payton. I don't like Efford Payton, but not having to deal with Chris Paul, he fits in what it is I'm trying to do. But those are my point guards. Lillard, Williams, and then if you want to try to get sneaky with Efford Payton. He's my sneaky. He's my sneaky deaky. Yeah, I'm trying to look NBA TV. I got caught up with the questions. I was actually doing my job instead of what. So, any of you guys see me at the game last night? I know some people did. I got some good pictures. No one took a picture that was like really funny to me. I'd rather have Crawford. If Reddick sits and he starts, someone's got to shoot the ball there. And if they're going to shut down Blake, like I think they're going to obviously try, then he's next up. I'm trying to get information here on this computer. My computer's right in front of my television. It's like I can't. All right, title search. NBA. All right. So the NBA basketball that's on tonight. Yep, Cavs Heat, NBA TV. So you know they're coming to do it to it. That was a good one, Tim, and that was funny. You know what, Tim? You win. Send me your inbox me your thing because that was I did laugh. I roofied the blonde. I roofied the blonde was funny. So you're the winner. Inbox me in Facebook your PayPal address, and I'll send you your winning because it was. I mean, you tried, you put the effort in. No one else gave a damn. You win, and it was funny. It was funny. I did. I read it and I laughed. So, so just Facebook inbox me. I'll go to PayPal now. Get ready for this transaction. I'm logged in. I'm awaiting. I'm awaiting, my brother. They gave me soft pack cigarettes. I hate soft pack cigarettes because you can't like get the cigarette out, and like when it gets down to the end, you don't even know if there's a cigarette in there, and it's a pain in the ass. Sweet, yeah. Send me the thing, Tim. So Sam, need a chief shooting guard, Jamal Crawford or Lamb? Jamal Crawford. So you're fading Blake tonight. I am. I am. Favors is a play tonight, especially if Booker doesn't go. So I may get on him. I'm just like I said, my lineups change. My DFS at DFS is fun is the most reliable place to like after we've gone through this talking and this thought process because that's what this is about. So when you ask me a question, I kind of try to take you through my thought process. You can either agree or disagree with me. But as far as what I consider like my official plays, it's what I tweet out because things do change. Like last night, Lore got all muddy. I ended up still going with him, but that got muddy. And I watched that game last night. Dudley just wasn't making shots. Whenever you see a player that's that highly owned, there's a reason for it. It was a good play based on the information that we had. He comes out and he puts down his, first three shots where he goes, 2 for 5, 3 for 6. Then he stays in and he gets a lot more run. But his defense just looks so shit. Yeah, we talk some stuff out. We talk it out. We talk it out, man. Anybody else got any questions? I think I like Kaminsky though. I like Kaminsky too, and I almost did something in order to get Blake, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and I think I had Gasol in a lineup. Like I was able to do that, and I was still able to get guys like I don't think Michael Carter Williams in there, but I put in like Austin Rivers and people that could do something. And then the person I had to thanks your favorite team sets for the ad. My favorite, not my favorite, my your name got stuck in my head. Um, shit, what the hell was I saying? Again? Oh, no, I don't remember. It's gone. Oh, there we go. Kaminsky. I looked at Hawes for a little while. I looked at Hawes, and he doesn't get any run. But it's one of those things. Like there are games where he comes out and he'll put up like 3 3-pointers, and if he gets hot, then they'll leave him in. but I couldn't do it. Do I like mayo at all? On a sandwich at home, I'm not even gonna do that joke. I don't really play mayo. I'm not saying I don't like him, but he's never someone that's on my team. Maybe to my detriment. Yes, Dang is a good value play at Saturday night. But I think I may like Leonard a tad more. But if you need that extra 200, then Dang's absolutely in play. Dang's good. As a matter of fact, Dang's making it into one of my lineups right now. I'm doing one Dang. I'm altering one of my Myers Leonards to a Dang. That could be the move that saves everything tonight, buddy. Saves it all. Am I able to get off Michael Carter Williams? Of course not. But I am able to get to this guy. But they guard the position too well. Oh, maybe I'll stay off Dang. They can't really do anything with the money. If you can't spend the money someplace else that you like better, then why get involved? You can't spend the money, why get involved, you know? Stick with what you started with. Fournier, Berkshire, Levine. Fournier. Yeah, actually, Myers is slightly more expensive, which is why I like him a little bit. I think if you're coming down, because I do all GPP, this is no cash stuff. I do GPP, that's it. So by going up a skosh to a skosh, I never used that word a day in my life, and today I said skosh. I'm like an old Jewish man. By coming up a schmeckel, what you do? You come up a little bit, you know, people are going to see that. They're going to be Georgie Dang. He's a good player. They're going to come down to him. And you say, no, I don't want to do Georgie Dang. I'm going to pay a little bit more. I'm going to Myers Leonard. Maybe the smaller ownership. Maybe he does a couple things on the court today. Bang, bang, boom. Next thing you know, you're kicking home a tournament. You know, you're taking it down. You're taking it down. You're taking it down. Fournier. For, I think Fournier, Burks, and Levine. Still haven't gotten the inbox message from Tim. But whatever, you know. CJ Miles or Aminu? Miles. CJ Miles. All right, guys. Well, that's the show. I'm thinking. Not a lot of people here. I will see you guys Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Follow it. DFS is fun. I'm not going to do weekends anymore. And I hope you guys do well tonight. All right? Later, later.